going to be speaking about the need for academic focus in high school athletes. So few athletes actually make it to even college on a scholarship, and even if they do play college sports, it doesn't mean they're going to make it to pros, and they could even have a loss of debt, be in really big debt because they chose to play college sports. It's not a bad thing. It's just such a small percentage. My central points I'll be speaking about today are only a small portion of high school athletes will make it into a career. It gets them ready for a career field if they do expand in high school on their academics. This also, academics can pay for college through scholarships. Few athletes only go pro. There's such a small percentage that only 3% of high school basketball players get to play at the college level, and only 3% of that get to go and play pro. Even if a player does get accepted, it doesn't mean they'll have scholarships in order to pay for their college. Less than 2% of Division I basketball players make it to play in the Professional Basketball League or the National Basketball Association. And in football, it's an even smaller percentage, even though it's an all-male sport, which is half of what female and male athletes, it's still a really small percentage. Focusing on academics. It allows athletes to find a career. Let's say they find a passion in science or in literature so that they find what they want to do. Some may in science decide, hey, I want to teach this, what I'm learning, because they enjoy it so much. It helps to prepare them for life because high school, you only spend 4 years playing that sport. Sometimes you can play it from when you're little, but on the same note, there's still another possible 80 years that you're not going to be able to do that. And you're eventually going to get worn down from sports. It's just going to happen, and so few are able to make enough that they can pay for it. Youth have time to job shadow. Once they figure out what they want to do, they can go and job shadow people that are doing what they want to do. And it just gives them more of a career pathway that they can follow and understand what they're going to be doing. Scholarships, if they focus on academics, there are so many more academic scholarships that are given compared to what sports are given. And they could possibly have it completely paid for. And at like a junior college, there is no reason you should not be able to have it all paid for. A review of everything I've talked about today. Athletes should focus on education. Few make careers out of it, and this prepares athletes for other careers. It also gives scholarships and times to careers. So when you look at the statistics of everything and you really break it down into how many scholarships there are for academics and how many there are for not, and I know you enjoy it, go ahead, do it. I'm not saying don't. Go follow your passion, but at the same time, have that backup plan. Know what else you can do. Know your other options. And at small schools today, especially from even preference of mine, I've noticed that athletes, people are wanting more for that state championship than they are wanting to make sure their athletes will succeed whenever they get past high school. So please, next time you start looking at making that layup, think about how you can improve that grade to make sure you do get into a good college. So, thank you.